away for about 2-3 years. I really missed the business of publishing. And so when we got back into the magazine business of it, we started off as a newspaper. And it continued, but for some reason I wasn't as into it as I thought I was, right? You know, something happened along the way, and I eventually got into the music businesses by default. And a friend of mine whose family is the Knight family, like Chester Knight, Lindsay Knight, Equal, Mills, and all those guys, he got me interested into doing shows and events. So we wanted to do stuff to keep the name RezX alive. So we started doing shows and we started doing events, and then that was kind of one of the what kept our name alive too, as well. But so that's kind of how we maintained the name as well, the company, to the point, you know, and plus, you know, I remember there was Shout Magazine. Shan's, you were part of Shout Magazine.
Oh yeah.
Well too, but you know, I mean, like, time has passed, but it was really hard for us to compete, right, too, against a larger magazine, right? And so what we did is that's what we did. We just went into the music business, and through the music business, I learned so many different things. I learned so many, and that's where I got to learn dealing with people, dealing with artists, and that's kind of how we got into it. So after we did for about 8 years, and we did about almost 50 shows. We did shows in Vancouver, Winnipeg, Saskatoon, Regina, all these, in Edmonton, yeah. And we had all these like lavish parties and events, right? And it was fun because it was really, it was an exciting time for RezX because we were dealing with a variety of music artists from all over, and we were able to pack venues, and it was fun. But at the same time, with a lot of that success came criticism. People were starting to criticize us that we were getting our people trained. You know, we weren't providing anything positive to the community, but we thought we were just providing a form of entertainment, like gambling, like casinos, and, you know, things like that. That's what our defense was. But you know, you learn as you go, and so when I came back, I tried to return to the business in 2008 under our magazine with RezX. We came out with these magazines, and I'll kind of pass these around as well. And this is when I was living in Edmonton, and then I moved to, you can just pass those around, and I moved to Regina here, and that's when I moved. And that's the magazines that we published out here. But what I noticed is that they didn't work out here. It's like that these issues really reflect to that time at RezX when we were doing shows, because we have Joey Styles, the Big Twins on the cover. We have a variety of music artists in there, and it's really reflected that time period. But what I noticed in Regina is it wasn't really working. People weren't really interested that much in it because, you know, Baker Twins are from BC. What does that have to do with Regina? Joey Styles maybe from Saskatchewan, but again it was Saskatoon. So I noticed in Regina here, it didn't really work, so I kind of put that away, and I was going to school here, I think, at the time. And I just wanted to focus on school and just be a student, and I didn't want to have all those responsibilities. You know, I really wasn't ready to get back into the business again. So what ended up happening is, you know, fast forward like about 5 years later, and I spent a lot of times working just regular jobs, right? I was thinking, you know, I really need to go back to school or do something, because I was working at, I remember one job I had, I was working as a porter at Everest Place. And it wasn't a bad job, you know, I mean, it just didn't pay well. It was, you know, I found myself working for, you know, 8 to 12 hours a day for like $10 an hour, right? This is recently, this is like 2 years ago. And I remember entering into this business competition where if I had continued on, for personal reasons I dropped out, but what ended up happening is at the end of that business competition, they had a function, they had a gala at Everest Place, and I had to work that night. So I mean, and another thing is they were short on staff for waitresses, so I also had to be a waiter. I had to bring them salads and plates and stuff, and clean up their plates, and I'm like, I was supposed to be here. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm like, geez, there's all these young Aboriginal entrepreneurs with business, with their little displays on each table, and nice gala, and everyone's dressed up nice, and I'm like, I was supposed to be here. That's what I was thinking.